Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our 2024 Houston Community College Fall Candidates for Graduation. Once again, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 2024 Houston Community College Fall Commencement Ceremony. Candidates and guests, please be seated. I am Dr. Nicole Butte-Heinaloma, President of the HCC Faculty Association and Senate, and I am so very pleased to be here this morning. Everyone should have a commencement program. Please look at the front cover. It has a very special touch that is close to home. Former HCC student Mustafa Zari designed the beautiful artwork. Mustafa majored in digital communication, graphic design, and graduated in May 2024. Thank you, Mustafa. Today's ceremony will be streamed live on the HCC website, hccs.edu/graduation. You can also follow us on Facebook and X. Out of respect for the occasion, we ask that all cell phones and electronic devices be silenced for the duration of the program. In addition, for the health and safety of our graduates and their families, college leadership and HCC staff will not shake hands as the graduates cross the stage. However, photos will be taken on stage to commemorate this event. Thank you. Helping us today are sign language interpreters Michael Lee and Sherry Frost. Everyone, please stand and give your attention to the HCC Police Honor Guard, who will present the colors of our nation and state. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. David Bofel, President of Phi Theta Kappa Omega Sigma Chapter. Mr. Bofel will graduate in spring 2025 with an associate's degree in multidisciplinary studies and will transfer to a four-year institution with a psychology program. Mr. Bofel will recite the Pledge of Allegiance and the Pledge to the Texas flag. Ladies and gentlemen, David Bofel.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, David. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Kirsten Vault will lead us in our national anthem. Kirsten obtained, as a dual credit student, a health sciences degree from HCC in 2019. She returned this fall to study performing arts. Kirsten plans to graduate in spring 2026 to continue her education in health and vocal performance. Please join me in welcoming Kirsten Vault.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming on the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the
Thank you, Kirsten, for beautifully singing the national anthem. Candidates and guests, you may be seated. Now I have the pleasure of introducing the chair of the HCC Board of Trustees, Dr. Cynthia Linton Gary, representing District 7.
Thank you, Dr. Bute Hinaloma. On behalf of Houston Community College Board of Trustees, it is my honor to welcome you, the fall 2024 graduating class of Houston Community College. Congratulations on completing this portion of your life's journey. A special welcome to the friends and families of our graduates, the mothers, the fathers, sisters, brothers, sons, daughters, grandparents, close relatives, and extended family. Thank you for supporting our graduates or their journeys. Many of our graduates would not be here today were it not for you. So please give yourself a round of applause. Before proceeding, permit me to acknowledge my fellow members of the Houston Community College Board of Trustees. Each of them worked tirelessly to serve their respective communities and the entire HCC district. I would like to ask our trustees to stand and be recognized as I call their name. Trustee Dave Wilson, District 6. Trustee Lalu Davies Yamitan, District 4. Trustee Charlene Ward Johnson, District 2. Trustee Eva Laredo. Trustee Laredo is in District 8. Thank you so much, trustees. I also have the pleasure of recognizing our special guest, Dr. Robert Bostic, Superintendent of the Stafford Municipal School District. Thank you, Dr. Bostic, for being here with us today. Again, thank you, trustees, for all you do to advance Houston Community College for our students and our community. As I look out in this audience, I see more than a collection of cap and gowns. I see the faces of perseverance, the faces of those who push through a myriad of life's challenges. I see graduates who held down a job, and some even held down two, and raised families while handling their coursework. You did it, and we are so proud to be celebrating you here today. You have worked hard. You have earned this moment, and shortly you will walk away with a degree from the nation's finest community college, prepared for life and working in today's global and technological society. I mentioned that you have completed a portion of your journey. A portion because some of you will be heading off to universities to continue your academic pursuits, while others will be stepping into challenging careers in our expanding workforce. Wherever your next step takes you, please know that you will always have a friend and family in Houston Community College. We will follow your progress with interest, and we are here to help you again if you should need us. Thank you for trusting us as your academic partner. Again, congratulations and best wishes for success in life and in work. Now it is my pleasure to bring forward our Chancellor, Dr. Margaret Ford Fisher, who will introduce her executive cabinet and deliver the commencement address. Dr. Ford Fisher.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to our graduates. Good morning. Thank you very much, Dr. Linton Gary. At this time, I would like to recognize our distinguished HCC leadership team members. And as I recognize you individually, please stand. The members of my executive council with us today are Dr. Butch Harrod, president of HCC Central College. Dr. Lutricia Harrison, president of HCC Coleman College for Health Sciences. Dr. Michael Edwards, president of HCC Northeast College. Dr. Zachary Hodges, president of HCC Northwest College. Dr. Jerome Drain, president of HCC Online College. Dr. Francis Villagrán Glover, president of HCC Southeast College. Dr. Michael Webster, president of HCC Southwest College. Dr. Rima Adil, interim vice chancellor for Student Services. Mr. Jacob Atkin, associate vice chancellor for Finance and Accounting. Dr. Andrea Burridge, vice chancellor for Strategy, Planning, and Institutional Effectiveness. Dr. Sherry Hahn, senior vice chancellor of Finance and Administration and chief finance business officer. Mr. Warren Hurd, interim vice chancellor of Administrative Services. Mr. Robert McCracken, interim vice chancellor of Administration and Operations. Dr. Nicole Montgomery, interim general counsel. Mr. Rodney Nathan, interim vice chancellor for Chief Human Resources. Dr. Norma Perez, senior vice chancellor of Instruction and Student Services and chief academic officer. Ms. Farrell Prestich, chief information officer. Dr. Miguel Ramos, interim vice chancellor of Instructional Services. Ms. Karen L. Schmidt, executive director of the HCC Foundation. Dr. Mudasir Siddiqui, vice chancellor of Instructional Innovation and Digital Strategy. Dr. Emil Young, vice chancellor, External and Governmental Relations and Transfer, as well as Alumni Relations. Would like to also recognize and introduce, of course, our HCC Faculty Association president, once again, Dr. Nicole Boutte Ayaloma, and Mr. Aaron Henry, Staff Senate President. Thank you all so very, very much for joining us this morning. And of course, once again, as Dr. Linton Gary said, we thank our great partner, the superintendent of the Stafford Municipal School District, Dr. Bostic. Thank you so very much for joining us. Well, this morning, I am going to share a few remarks. This is an exciting time for us at the Houston Community College. We know that you, our graduates, devote time to studying in order to reach this place where we celebrate you and your accomplishments. We are so delighted that our guests are all here today to help us celebrate our graduates as they receive their certificates and degrees. These credentials are a testament to our students' resilience, to your dedication, and your perseverance. Our students have stayed the course and gained the knowledge and skills necessary to become more productive members of our communities. Some of our students in the audience are probably wondering, well, what comes next for me now? Well, whatever comes next, we at HCC know that you have been well equipped with the knowledge and skills to succeed. We also know that this has been a transformative journey for our students. We thank you, our students, for your persistence. We also thank everyone who helped our students along on their journey to this very moment in time. Perhaps at times it has not been easy, but where would these soon-to-be graduates be today without the encouragement and support of family and friends? So graduates, I say congratulations and ask that you please stand and join me in applauding those who helped you. Thank you very much. We are very proud of you, our students. You have been taught and mentored by the very best among faculty and staff. You have acquired the skills, the knowledge, the know-how, and the experience to take the next step to make a significant mark in the world. So with that, I want to take just a moment to share one of the vital links to the knowledge and the skills that you have acquired to be a difference maker. And that addition includes wisdom. Wisdom is something that all of us need. As some have said, and I quote, "Knowledge is good, for knowledge is knowing what to do or say. Wisdom is knowing when to do or to say it." We cannot say everything that crosses our minds. We have to be measured. Wisdom is commonly defined as the ability to see beyond the surface of things. It is said that a person can acquire wisdom in three ways. One, by reflection, which is the noblest of all. Next, by imitation, which is the easiest. And by experience, which is the bitterest. Unfortunately, many individuals gain wisdom through the bitterest. Often when that occurs, a person has passed the point of no return. Wisdom is not reserved only for the elderly, nor is wisdom a guaranteed companion to accompany the acquisition of knowledge and skills. A young person who exercises wisdom is someone who, despite their age, demonstrates sound judgment, thoughtful decision-making, and a deep understanding of complex situations. People develop wisdom by actively listening to others, considering different perspectives, and learning from experience, even if you haven't lived as long as others have. Wisdom requires applying knowledge with maturity beyond your years. I would like to share just a few examples that illustrate the actions of what is described as the behavior of an unwise versus a wise individual, as illustrated in Steve Clark's article on why wisdom matters. First, in your decision making. A less wise person, according to Clark, tends to make decisions on gut feelings and jumps quickly to conclusions when presented with facts. On the other hand, a wise person is said to base decisions on a combination of knowledge, experience, and intuitive understanding. The wise person evaluates facts and considers multiple options. Next, let's spend a moment talking about context. A less wise person is said to see issues as one-dimensional. It is either yes or no, black or white. A wise person usually understands that some challenges are multi-dimensional and shades of gray do exist. In your thoughtfulness, a less wise person is said to prioritize and make decisions based on personal interest and gain. A wise person usually considers the impact on others of the decision-making process and outcomes. With discernment, which all of you should exercise. A less wise person is said to take people and arguments at face value. A wise person usually studies to learn how to contemplate and understand the motives of others. Discretion. A less wise person is said to act mainly on first instinct and primal drive without considering the impact. A wise person usually understands when to hold back and not act in a purely instinctive way. And finally, personal responsibility. A less wise person is said to assign value to bad luck, other people, or circumstances beyond their control. A wise person usually understands that whatever happens to them in life is a direct result of what they have or have not done to cause or influence the result. And so as you look at being values-driven, a wise person is usually driven more by the values and principles that guide their behavior. Now, I share this information with you, graduates, because I want you to embrace wisdom. Knowledge, skills, and the addition of wisdom matter because they are the qualities that can help you to make the most of your talents, your dreams, your relationships, and your life. And now, as we close our season together at HCC, I wish you all the success and happiness that life can offer you. I hope you will look back on your time here at the Houston Community College with fond memories. Remember that this was the place that you came to realize that your dreams can be manifested in reality. Where you set out to discovery to find who you really are and what you can really do with your life. Remember, you found it here at the Houston Community College. So at HCC, you proved you do have what it takes to measure up. You proved that you can do this, and you did. Here you are, dressed in the cap and gown of a distinguished scholar, strong and prepared for your next challenge. For that, we salute you. Now, graduates, the future belongs to you. The past is in your head. The future is in your hands. Embrace the challenges ahead of you. Cling tightly to wisdom. Pursue your dreams with resolute determination and soar to even greater heights. Congratulations to you all. thank you so very much for listening. We at the Houston Community College are here for you, and we salute you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Ford Fisher and Dr. Linton Gary. At this time, I would like to introduce the United Student Council President, Mr. Jonah Garcia. Mr. Garcia is currently majoring in business with a minor in political science. He is looking forward to transferring to the University of Houston after earning his associate's degree. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Garcia.
Thank you for the warm introduction, Dr. Bate. Good morning, honored guests, esteemed faculty, celebrated families, and most importantly, you, the graduating class of 2024. Today marks a special day for all of us. My name is Jonah Garcia, and I'm humbled to stand before you not just as the president of the United Student Council at Houston Community College, but also as a proud Mexican-American first-generation student. I'm here to serve as a testament for the lion-hearted vision of hope and change. How many of you see yourselves as the vision of hope and change in your families or communities? Well, I'm going to share with you how I became my family's vision of hope and change. My journey began when I was a 1-year-old in 1997 when my parents and I moved to Houston, Texas to look for better opportunities, not just for themselves, but for me, to receive the resources to be successful. My parents had economic challenges due to the lack of employment or educational possibilities at that time. My father, a native Texan, did not have many job opportunities, so he decided to finish high school and join the U.S. Navy. My mother was born in San Luis Potosí with only an elementary school education. She migrated to the U.S. in search for a better future. Life was not easy for any of us. As a young kid, I struggled in school, had many challenges like any other kid, but I had an extra set of challenges that only kids with learning disabilities have. You see, I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, a form of ADHD and autism, at the age of 4. And even with this news, my parents encouraged me to challenge myself. They never treated me any differently, but instead, they pushed me to be the best I could be. I truly apologize. I get too emotional. Sorry about this. Sorry. Sorry. Although they both had limited education, my parents taught me the value of hard work and determination. To be honest, all my life became a cycle of courage and grit. Kids were mean and they bullied me on a daily basis. But nevertheless, I didn't let that stop me from reaching my educational goals and reaching my own personal potential. In high school, I took developmental classes to help me understand the key concepts that I had to conquer in order to pass all my core curriculum classes. My efforts, like many of yours, paid off. I successfully graduated from Melville High School. Go Buffs! And I knew that my journey will not stop from there. I was starving for more education and more success. Growing up in the Segundo Barrio, also known as the Second Worth, Houston Community College became the clear choice for me to continue my educational journey in the hopes of finding my career in business administration. During my time at Houston Community College, I have been able to discover new resources to be successful academically and work towards attaining a degree. A business administration degree will not only open big doors for me in the business world, but it will give me the necessary tools to become a successful entrepreneur. You can agree that some of the best things about attending Houston Community College are not just learning new skills, but also building new relationships and connections to prepare us for the next chapter of our lives. As I look back at my journey, I have been doubted by many people who didn't believe in me, but instead they tried to discourage me from pursuing my dreams. And I'm sure you can relate to this in some way or another. Let's show them that with the help who love us and with the education from Houston Community College, that we're equipped with the resources to overcome challenges and become the thriving leaders of tomorrow. I would like to share a quote by Oscar Petrus. You're not disabled by the disabilities you have. You are able by the abilities you have. I understand that sometimes we're afraid to make mistakes and we have the fear of failure. But one of the life lessons I learned in my life that it is okay to make mistakes. We learn from them, and it helps us to grow and become stronger and motivated. These lessons help us to keep striving towards accomplishing our own goals. Remember, you can be anything in life if you believe in yourself. We are taught that the sky is the limit, but in reality, there are no limitations in what we want to accomplish in our lives. Quitting is not an option for any of us. Let's accomplish our goals and finish our own stories. All we need is ganas para triunfar. Which is the desire to overcome the odds and be successful in life. My fellow HCC graduates, today we are ready to spread our wings as eagles. We are now alumni from one of the finest higher education institutions in the country. Remember that we will always be part of Houston's Community College. Let's fly into the next chapter of our journey. Congratulations, class of 2024, and keep soaring.
Just a moment, please. Yeah, I would like to thank Mr. Garcia for his very inspiring words. And I'd like for us all to stand and to congratulate him and to be united because his message resonates with all of us. God bless you. Appreciate you. Great job. Thank you so much. What a wonderful message to all of us. Thank you, Mr. Garcia. Wow. Very powerful. Now I would like to recognize all veterans that are here today, members of our military. We honor you. If you are in the military or have served, please stand to be recognized. Currently, Houston Community College recognizes those candidates who have distinguished themselves academically, and we're so very proud of them. And we are so proud of our veterans who have served, and we'd like to thank you so very, very much for your service. Thank you very much.
Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. The presentation of our candidates for graduation. Candidates, after each name is announced, please proceed across the stage to receive your diploma, and then return to the seating area. Just a reminder that for the health and safety of our graduates and their families, college leadership and HCC staff will not shake hands as the graduates cross the stage. However, photos will be taken on stage to commemorate the event. Immediately following the recognition of our students, the program will continue. Candidates, out of respect for this occasion, and to each of you, we ask that you all remain seated until all candidates have received their diploma. The program will conclude with the official conferment of the degrees. Thank you.
Okay.
Michelle Francis.
Watch those for those cards.
Yolanda Camacho, High Honors. Catherine Page, Highest Honors. Lindsay Page, Highest Honors. Olamide Olanrewaju, High Honors.
Norbert Sanders Jr.
Basit Ajetun Mobi. Daniel Ukiwe, Honors. Nikia Shemuel Moss. Michelle Denise Taylor. Amar Hamoud. Rosa Edith Ramirez. Eric Erisian, High Honors. Melanie Ascension Caro, High Honors. Melissa Herrera. Salim Babwani. Jose Guerrero. Samir Ferris, High Honors. Cristina Vasquez Ramos. Diana Laura Salazar Aguilar, Highest Honors. Yusra Munaf, Highest Honors. Deshaun Raleigh, Honors. Mary Lou Laster, Highest Honors. April Perez, Honors. Stella Cantai. Andrea Liliana Reyes. Ifunanya Indedigwe, Highest Honors. Catherine Kim Lay, Highest Honors. Chris Luciano Naranjo, Highest Honors. Xuan Mai Tran. Jalen Florence. Isaac Chadis, Highest Honors. Samuel Guevara Mariano.
Jamil Hamed. Charles Ray. Martin. But he wants you to put the Ray in there. Yeah. Not now.
I got it.
You need me to vote.
Stephanie Chinenyenwa Ibokwe. Monsurat Taiwo, High Honors. Stalin Fabricio Lor Romero.
Charles Ray Martin, Highest Honors.
Claudia Saint Marie. Rafael Serrano Jr., High Honors. Angel Bautista Santiago. Tochi Oji, Highest Honors. Gideon Abunuma,
I can't say that.
Gary White, Sean Jones,
Tara Veronica Lewis.
Faith Olushesi, Nina Celia, Isabel Ursuli Sierra,
Abdul Rahman Abdul Rabu Abdul Galil Abed.
Shelby Lachey Jones, Luis Romero, Taylor Charday Willis, Julio Villatoro, Jordi Andres Rodriguez,
Congratulations.
Michaela Willis Oliver, Mariah Wences, Jamie J. Harris, Sherelle Love, Akila Walker, Jerry Grinstead, honors. Juan Hernandez, Kiana Roland, honors. Kendrick Young, Kevin Vasquez,
Ibrahim Farouk,
Jamie Reyes, Kamil Khalil, Daniel Chavez,
Congratulations.
Catherine Lucia Leon, Shanice Monique Ward, Mustafa Riyad, honors. Hunter Hoffman, James Tennessee, Mateen Mamou, Andres Daniel Gotopo Marin, highest honors. Ian Alexander Medina Irias. Brandon Bustilio. John Villanueva. Anthony Gutierrez. Ricardo Moreno. George Boudreau.
Crystal Carter.
Ariana George.
Yes, ma'am. Jacelyn Shorten.
She wants me.
Empress Goffney, honors.
Jacelyn Shorten.
Yes, Jacelyn Shorten.
America Sulay Alejandra Rios Robles. Elise Penn.
Jacelyn Shorten. Oh, here it is. Emily Uzner.
Gabriela Janelle Gutierrez, honors. Rosario del Carmen Palencia Segovia, high honors. Santina Alves de Souza.
Emily Uzner. Ragal Araharuwai.
Michael Njuguna. Zan Chin, high honors. Michelle Chin, highest honors. Mohammed Ward. Blanca Serrano. Grizel Gisela Duran. Evanora Rios Alvarez, high honors. William Vargas Abella, high honors. Daniel Darius Mabratu, honors.
Isunu Ishikwunu. Cyber security.
Muskan Kanwar, honors. Madison Mathis. Genesis Marel Morales Nunez. Karina Southward. Lavonda Adams.
Charlotte Samuel.
Christiane de Paula Maya.
Saher Atik. Haley Garcia. Anastasia Rochelle Turner. Angel Kaniba. Chidera Precious Ubasi. Izegbua Robinson. Randy Bowers. Nicholas Marufo. Victoria Renee Zambrano. Jasmine Hammond. Chance Estelle. Shaniqua Buckles, highest honors. Lorena Najera. San Juana de Leon, honors.
Soila Bejarano.
Keisha Harp.
Taylor Olani Moore. Taylor Jackson. Alicia Ramirez. Alexis Nicole Wilson. Giovanni Hernandez. Anthony Pais Umanzor.
Gazigien. Well, yeah, no, just walk up.
Peyton Vaughn, high honors. Jocelyn Martinez, honors. Emily Hansen, honors. Nathan Matthew Gonzalez, high honors. Jessica Miller. John Paul Walden. Joseph Fasuyi. Jenry Chavez Rodriguez. Giovanni Rivas. Rory James, highest honors. Ashley Tenorio, highest honors. Aslan Gomez, high honors. Robert Carlton Kinsey, Jr. Maisha Johnson. David Lee Johnson. Ronald Ndawula, high honors. Charlene Yanes. Jinky Estoque, honors. Tue Hun. highest honors. Comfort Uma, high honors. Titilayo Osobo, high honors. Hamed Adeyemi, honors. Oluwasen Ajayi, high honors. Shado Woli, high honors. Jiren Jamez Jackson. Aaron Statham, highest honors. Anthony Herrera. Morgan McCord, highest honors. Tiffany Edwards. Arnisha Lachey Tatum, honors. Maria Gabilea Tell. Ashley Charmaine Walker. Jakaria Deaver. Dominique Denise Marie Chambers Lee.
Deja Bryan.
Jing Wang, high honors. Laselle Madunizam, honors.
Amira Washington.
Chi Kan Pham, honors. Jenny Del Villar Gonzalez, honors. Karen Yanez. Danisha Johnston, honors. Rasul Hussein.
Starbrielle Childress.
Flora de Castro Maria, high honors. Evelyn Vito.
Jairo Rivera.
Vanessa Bonilla. Sorit Chavez. Richard Carbajal.
Clarissa Elvira Herrera, high honors. Vanessa Crystal Aguilar, honors. Brittany Rasgado. Melissa Alonso. Reginald Jesse Hester, honors. Herbert Green III. Julia Oliveira Amadatsu, highest honors. Alvin Allen Ramirez. Roberta Cuellar. Leonard Buati, honors. Crystal Jackson. Akila Gordon. Elvis Almazan Labastida, honors. Stephanie Saucedo. Catherine Perez Montoya, highest honors. Catherine Du Wise Amua. Rachel Shelley. Isabella Hicks, high honors. Christopher Taylor. Heracliusa Roman III. George Velasquez Jr., highest honors. Naisha Rivers.
Kia Morris.
Cameron Lindo. Regina Marino, honors. Joshua Valdivieso, high honors.
Maria Martin.
Giselle Trejo. Arlie Torres. Hugo Eduardo Gutierrez Quezada. Ayup Adilov. Maria Celestine Faith del Pilar, highest honors. Loinisha Brody. Martin Balbuena, honors. Jordan Alex Sensio Wagoner. Eric Osamudiahmin Ehondor. Jose Nestor Peña Gonzalez, honors. Jennifer Alvarenga. Marjorie Collin. Myra Estela Ines. Jose Pantoja.
Christian Martinez.
Rolanda Rafael Colon.
Dulce Cervantes. Yancy Karina Flores Serrano, highest honors. William Mejia. Ahmad Shah Mary. Ashley Plaza, highest honors. Muhammad Talal Saeed. Ana Yahera Rodriguez Fajardo. Martin Villafana, honors. Jasmine Mendez Bernal. Kimberly Sanchez. Lydia Lopez. Yisel Barrera. Diana Pineda Gonzalez. Carla Reyes, honors. Luis Alvarez Jr., highest honors. Octavia Williams. Maria del Carmen Soto. Kiosha Lachey Lewis. Demetrius Jackson. Gabriel Alexander Segundo, honors.
Thank you. Oh, you're talking
Victoria Luna, honors. Zamilia Nina Belekova, high honors. Favor Ukamaka Adiagwai, high honors. Kelia King. Genevieve Denise Brewer.
Plachette Davis.
Ricky Torres. Emily Guzman. Gabriela Salinas. Curtis Mosby. Suleiman Mahfoud Gadour. Catherine Kiana Linton. Cominique Stewart. Glenda Portillo Valle, highest honors.
Leonarda Zaninga.
Roy Gonzalez Jr. Ernest White III. Larita Hurd. Dulce Torres. Alize Eldridge, honors. Jason Parker, honors. Janeth Campos, highest honors. Estefany Magali Martinez. Anjali Contreras.
How are you? I know.
Ana Galicia Sofoifa. Vanessa Flores, honors.
Wow.
Marlene Mendoza, honors. Chelsea Chavira. Amanda Silva Borges, highest honors. Daniela Michelle Martinez. Samantha Sebastia Pina.
Anthony
Noe Torres. Jaquarius Gooseby. Haley Marie Arias. Athena Smith. Carla Galilei Castaneda. Michaela Jade Marsico. Highest honors. Asal Shams. Honors. Alexia Robert. Highest honors. Julio Oriana. Leah Saras. Highest honors. Ariadna Cruz. Honors. Vianney Yvonne Vasquez. Diana Hernandez. Pedro Gonzalez. Caleb Daniel Lopez. High honors. Mario Gonzalez. Ana Carolina Lopez Rodriguez. Highest honors. Chibuke Roy Anyayam. Chiamaka Onyinye Okuanalu. Highest honors. Imrumun Nicole Akoso. Ramsha Khan. Honors. Tang Bohe Roxane Armand Therese. Highest honors. D. Ashley Hamilton. Thew Solomon. Vaughn Chung. Honors. Madison Lean Ali. Danielle Singleton. Gabriel Martinez. High honors. Juan Carlos Cardozo Jr. Honors. Tidiane Silla. Daniela Araxi Gaeta Torres. Dejane Gabriel Malvo. Honors.
Hernandez.
To Rosalind Reed. Andrea Aurora Garcia. Jennifer Carolina Cifuentes.
Joshua Hernandez.
Luz Maria Mba Eyene. Xavier Garcia Sosa. Honors. Myra Julieta Rangel. Christian Contreras. Hui Tommy Tran, high honors. Nikisha Sands. Unquok Tran, honors.
Kana Omeda.
Ping Fan, honors. Danielle Gonzalez. Kelly Stover, honors. Ogenewede Daniel Foge. Rashman Haq, honors. Raymond Haq. Ana Guerra Martinez, high honors. Liz Ashley Fuentes, honors. Priscilla Odaibo, high honors.
I'll do it.
Katusha Terrell.
You want me to do it? I can do it.
Marissa Barrera.
Ashton Franklin, history.
I know, right?
Santiago Saldana. Elena Castillo Cabrera. Joyshell Lenzi. Andrea Villasmil Rincon, high honors. Guillermo Centeno Gomucio.
You feeling brave? Yeah, I know, right?
Ahad Raza.
Katie. Yeah, wait.
Miles Alexander Pernas. Ivana Mariel Rodriguez. Sofia Isabella Hinojosa. Deborah Murphy. Brittany Jones. Desiree Castillo.
Tayshawn Galloway.
Nadia Gonzalez. Denise Fernandez.
That's cool.
Bridget Guzman Martinez. Cindy Landaverde. Karen Pena. Du Huang, high honors. Amarachi Amagu, high honors. Robin Shade Talley. Shaylin Tottenham, honors. Triance Neely. Ivis Alexa Silva. Alicia Vania Turner. Justin Chaklan. Leonardo Alonso Hernandez Ramirez, honors. Amber Hanning. Brianna Hernandez. Theresa Jeffers. Angela Aline. Nina Saldana. Maronica Wilson. Vanessa Perez, honors. Ashley Michelle Peters.
Tamika Therese Walker.
Crystal Kemp. Christina Carmen Gonzalez, high honors. Adetohum Rebecca Ogunbowale, high honors. Sajan Thakuri. Gloria Moreno.
Elizabeth Bocanegra.
Iris Jocelyn Millan Campos, honors. Ashley Bayonne. Tracy Williams. Crystal Perez. Samuela Dembe. Sanseria Wallace. Michelle Renee Prophet. Leticia Arlen Fuentes. Ayamba Melvis Tama, honors. Nicolette Ponson. Maria Villanueva. Taylor Janae Ware.
Elisa Monique Anton, filmmaking.
Cecilina Davidson, honors. Amaray Frazier. Wendy Stephanie Rangel Furlan. Linta Baiju, highest honors. Karen Raquel Lopez, honors. Valerie Janir Ibarra. Tiffany Rayshon Burks Thorns.
Chandrika Nero.
Gloria Yvette Chon Him Quant, highest honors. Stephen Lopez. Saul Craig. Reed Sims. Gabriel Buses. Dylan Gunter. Shelby Hensley, high honors. Brian Hernandez, high honors. Denise Davis, highest honors. Nikki Patel, honors. Matthew Ellis. Shivali Ahir, honors. Daniel Fernandez. Shantice Minix, highest honors. Francesca Lara Kazan Calero, highest honors. Melanie Patrick.
Every other person, like,
Diana Gonzalez.
let's say from his neighborhood or something.
Kiera Williams. Jennifer Serrano.
What country? Guinea.
Erica Flores, high honors. Jesus Anthony Jimenez. Alexis Santana. Bianca Cardenas. Gabriel Crispin Ngema Epalepale.
Olakan Rosije.
Gary White. Monte Powell, high honors.
Can we say it loud?
Antoinette A. Bird. Natalie Nelly Na Borle Newu. Saja Hashim, honors. Abai Abdullah. Luis Cedillo.
Jenna Kaiser.
Sharnicia Lewis. Jocelyn Williams.
Lance Thomas Miller, highest honors. Paul Youngman Kim, high honors. Paula Landrian.
Ain't no Jason.
Crystal Garcia. Natalia Guzman Tesh. Carla Valentina Ruiz, honors. Vanessa Marie Heath, honors. Brandon Gomel. Jasmine Reese. Angie Quintanilla, highest honors. Rohit Sen, highest honors. Grishma Nirula, highest honors. Abigail Adriana Ruth St. Hill, honors. Chris Portillo Barahona. Aranza Dominguez Canela. Nikki Rochelle Moore. Jasmine Bondoc. Paula Giselle Monico Chicas, honors. Juan Martinez. Caroline Vandever, highest honors. Caroline Michelle Rueda. Teresa Chime. Amanda Nicole Flores Molina. Michelle Le. Luis Enrique Chavez Jr. Trey Williams. Jessica Mascoro del Angel. Kanea Brooks. Sydney Preston. Jose Huerta Quarard. Nathaniel Emilio Barosio Marquez, honors. Peace Okoronkwo, honors. Motunrayo Ayo Oyewole. Lydia Aboagye. Theoda Kamoli, honors.
Janisha Frank Ray.
Chukwemeka Obeliagu.
Look at her eyes, just shining.
I know.
Mateus Honeycutt. Brittany Noel Jackson. Ambria Shanae Davis. Faraz Akram. Yulia Dolchanska, highest honors. Jelena Ramirez. Catherine Fajardo. Inkechinyere Ikena Okoli Nicole, high honors. Leslie Alegria. Maritza Tamayo. Alexander Tai Win. Tesfa Gabriel Habte Subat. Joshua Jimenez. Fatumata Dayan Sise, highest honors. Amina Sise, high honors. Jakira Thompson. Dulce Rodriguez, honors. Arthur Hernandez. Esther Marie Torres, honors.
Jessiette Balian.
Jimmy Trevino II. Princess Nkemdirim Ozude, honors. Preston Johnson. Doral Hadley. Aliyah Parkar. Henry Ray Garcia. Tylesia Guillory. Kevon Alfred. Jasmine Lachey Stargell.
Amaya Mayers.
Anjane Janice Eccles Thigpen. Valeria Sanchez.
Yesenia Matacruz Mendoza.
Doris Ann Rubio. Stephanie Casanova. Natasha Cooper. Monica Smith. Jennifer Sierra Chandler. Akila Davis. Carrie Michelle Adams, honors. Daniel Marquez, high honors. Christinique Trinette Lauderdale, highest honors.
Thank you for being
Genevieve Ogechi Chidomere, high honors.
where? Uh-huh.
Shalia Atkins.
Yes.
Aliyah J. Lawson. Oscar Ortega, honors. LaBlaine Madison.
One of my students right there. That's one of my
Tamika Oliver.
she got a hug.
Lynn Green, honors. Brianna Jasmine Hernandez. Madeline Irazo. Jenny Arnandez. Jade Fuller. Constance Morris. Justin Washington, honors. Libni Meneses. Ashley Rodriguez. Destiny Moore.
Side. You good. You already did all the hard work.
Christian Monroy. High honors.
Yeah, you got it.
Benjamin I. Okpa. Honors. David Suarez. Veronica Lenice Lewis. Anna Sams. Marisha Ashalon Jobert. Micaela Ledesma. Caneza Davide. Coy Glover. Honors. Gracia Tumba.
Kelly Essa Nakife.
Haven Labome. Larissa Gaines. Diante Harris. Simon Derajay Tekel. Temish F. Morrow. Hannah Omowunmi Olagunju. Casey Pineda Rios. Kayleen Pineda Rios. Jarrell Wilson. Saira Carcamo. Melissa Amaris Aguirre. Honors.
Just see.
Fisayo Glory Konigbagbe.
You almost got to this, right? You got this.
John Gentry. Lamar Lee Pruitt. Jose San Miguel. Highest honors. Ana Sofia Caballero Hernandez. Honors. Jacoria LaShawn Jack. Leslie Saran. Honors. Naheli Vanessa Medina. Honors. Amairani Escoto. High honors. Wayne Evan Hill. High honors. Tristan Edwards. Ashley Hiron.
You did all the hard work.
Angela Jeanette Zuniga Castaneda. Laura Cruz. Michelle Scott Kane. Jacqueline Saravia.
Ruben Rodriguez Perez.
Kendra Laverne Ballard.
James Michael Hawkins.
Michaela Dooms. Michaela Dumes. Rihanna Peralta George. Heather Renee Powers.
I had 3 graduations from a doctor. undergraduate, master's, and PhD. 3 of them.
Paula Journey,
Well, that's why I got, when this, you see this, that's what it means. Yeah. That's why if you look,
Shafiullah Amin,
when you see this, and you see the TAM stuff, doctor.
Oliver Adrian Garcia Duarte,
Congratulations. You knew this day was coming, right?
Chade Wakar, Megan Fennell, Dewan Jr. Delco II, Valerie Holguin, Ileana Lara, honors.
You knew this day was coming, right? You stand up. You just gonna go from here, right there. Be all right. But it's a good thing. It's a good nervous.
Manar Salaheddin Asma Momani, Anna Marino, Latasha Jones Senegal, Brianna Rivas,
Tatiana Marie Williams, English language.
Jordan Alexandria Parks, Kareen Yona, Teresa D. Mwakapanda, Pedro Perez, Jasmine Oden, Laura Aragon, honors. Kenneth Edeker Rodriguez, Nicholas Martinez, high honors. Andre Fagans, Javon,
Dorothea Ray Johnson.
Christian Marrero, Ethan Bostick,
Brenton. I got you. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, I got you.
Marisol Guzman, honors.
You got people here? How many you got?
Susan Ehinome Osin, Alyssa Pineda, high honors. Annette Mendoza Torres, honors. Anaya Janice Perkins,
Brenton Jackson, high honors.
Alex Alberto Alfaro. Brandon Campos. Halia Thomas. DeAndre Stubblefield. Danny Montiel. Kenan Baker.
Connor Matthews.
Candace Nicole Qualls. High honors. Yasmin Mejia. Jessica Vasquez Jacobo. Highest honors. Liliana Judith Diaz. Ibu Oreolua Adebara. Honors. Josari Janet Maldonado. Stephanie Yu Nwami. High honors. Jalicia Green. Jacob Truong. Sandy Corvera. Charlie Yane Eaton. Honors. Angie Romero. Zainab Tamimi. Maha Badouan. Almas Ahmed. Mabel Pareda. Honors. Jari Spikes. Monique Glover.
Charlene Arauz.
Gabriela Medellin. Jim Cariel Saltos. Jessica Lopez. Seila Aguilar. Honors. Oreolua Isikalu. Honors. Juan Torres. Isaiah Perry. Raul Gandera.
William Mitchell III. Honors.
Chiera Smith. Zaina Altai. Highest honors. Tynesha Amber Milton. Wilson Coleman. Elizabeth Gardner. Honors. Jennifer Castillo. Erin Olivia Nelms, high honors.
Yes, Jesse Jamon.
Diana Angelica Ojeda.
JJJ. I'm the 3S tonic, you know.
Daisy Benitez, honors. Ruth Gutierrez, high honors. Valerie Marie Ayers.
Jesse Jamon James. Who had fell out? Jeremiah too.
Jasmine Richard. Maziko Grace Bakua. Rimat Destiny Gallo, honors. Esmeralda Perez. Ashley Lopez, high honors. Desiree Esparza. Kylie White. Edilberto Salazar. Maha Faisal, honors. Tanisha Brooks Sales, honors. Joy Jefferson. Abigia Abby Kefle. Ariana Jones. Kelly Vermillier. Mary Bratcher, honors. Sean Monconduit. Jada Simone Miller.
Fuentes.
Jasmine Davis.
Jorge.
Bashak Bulbul, highest honors. Joanna Sanchez Alcaraz.
Jorge Fuentes. Cecilia Vargas Cruz.
Bethany Edwards. Shamaya Gunpot. Anaya Jamori Bay. Chancellor Green. Kalia Skaggs. Caitlin Mackenzie Downer. Christina Kresik. Dinara Nurmukhanova. Lucia Bindang Messi Mokui. Angela Perkins. Raul Hernandez, highest honors. Manuel Alejandro Gutierrez Vasquez, honors. Jadeja Garrett. Isabel Garcia. Ebony Runner. Razia Fatema Mohamed Taki Amiri, honors. Smriti Dakal, honors. Christopher Lloyd. Veronica Alonso. Zoe Dominique Soto Lopez, high honors. Ayomikun Papulai, highest honors. Shane R. Donahue, high honors. Ashley Chanel Montgomery.
Sydney Rollerford, vocational nurse.
Christina Nelson.
Stop me crying, that's bad. Sit up here and announce his card. Everybody.
Cassandra Henestrosa Conoan.
It's a great moment. So when I teach,
Juan Daniel Cornejo Jame. Honors.
I get to students, yes.
Ashley Hudson.
This is what I work for. This moment, right now.
Blanche Ngoy. Erica Smith. Irene Andrea Rodriguez Dubin. Highest honors. Amy Weidlich.
Oh, wow.
Luis Velasquez. Rogaziano Alvarado. Kelly Faith Hunt. Highest honors. Jennifer Mahan. Brenda Elizabeth Salgado. Ashley Hall. Alyssa Page Sidwell. Vanessa Salgado. Honors. Rocio Salgado. Kyle Gardner. Highest honors. Eng Nok Nguyen. High honors. Fung Ngo. High honors.
Uh-oh. I see that. That move.
Adeze Daniela Okolie.
You got this.
Roshonda Renee Oldham. Juliana Marie Vela. Kennedy McKenzie.
Hey,
Cheyenne Dubose.
you what's happening? That's right.
Juan Manuel Olivares Lopez. Highest honors.
You. It's your day. That's why I'm
Raul Zabala. Raquel Travon Nicholson. Honors. Tamisha Monet Cooper. Hugo Segundo. High honors. Tanish Suthar. Siddharth Pradeep Panchal. Honors. Alvaro Sierra. Lorena Ramirez. Genevieve Daniel. Armea Jasmine Ablola. Honors. Victor Adeni Pekun. Ogenemaro Duchess Okpowuru.
Samara Amidawi.
Eduardo Alejos. Emily Liliana Rodriguez. Giselle Vargas. Karen Romero. Sierra Jefferson.
Jalen Gidry. Congratulations, y'all. Smile, y'all on Candy Family.
Ricky Salvador Garcia.
Show those pearly whites.
Sarah Shalwani, highest honors. Rayleigh Bernstein. Michaela Barker, high honors. Daniel Barrientos. Whitney Cuero, high honors. Eduardo Briones. Noen Ana Rahayu. Ruth Luka Chengui. Monica Asantewa. Donna Michelle Brown.
Manuel Torres.
Laura McCoy, highest honors. Aminata Ba, honors. Catherine Egbeogu, honors. Margaret Chiologi. Anastasia Marie Soto.
In what? In business.
Angelica Orozco. Oli Nzabonimana, Washington. Jacqueline Herrera Anguiano. Marvin Ortiz Cervantes. Sierra Recole Sellers. Claudia Moreno. Leticia Perez. Nell Rose Estrada. Juliet Acuchie, honors.
Wow.
Cindy Waweze. Olua Bukola Daramola, high honors.
I like the way you spell it.
Mindy Wynn.
Lamb chop.
Michelle Damaris Daza, high honors. Emi Maganga.
Come on, Alien. Come on, girl. She's next.
Elian Batista Aguilar. Kashmala Siddiqui. Jakayla Fleming. Jasmine Zoe Duran.
Keely Lamb.
McKaylin Leela Rogers.
Montez, I'm sorry. Maria Adela Montes. That's beautiful.
Jade Amari Strong.
Did I say it right? Yes. All right.
Leticia Angelica Sevilla.
Montez.
Jennifer Giselle Della Torre.
I know they sing that to you all the time.
Kalia Kirkland.
Montez.
Maria Jose Bustillo Carvajal. Brianna Romero. highest honors.
Maria Adela Montes.
Fanny Koza, highest honors. Shirley Lucas Kane. Jennifer Ruiz, honors. Viviana Gonzalez. Tahmina Fatima, highest honors. Katara Peterson. Janet Nyaboke Ogari. Ainalam Reta. Lorena Zavala, honors. Taylor Elizabeth Schaller. Isaac Michael Brown. Naisha Nays, honors. Alexandra Pantoya, honors. Gloria Temu, highest honors. Brenda Ortiz. Shalaria White. Natalie Stephanie Martinez. Samantha Munden Lowe. Jessica M. Herrera, honors. Nico Kelly, high honors. Carla Ramirez. Chitsu Sandy, highest honors. A. Myet Sandy, highest honors. Hannah Aliyah Aquino, highest honors. Kamitra Hudson. Sierra Caitlin Mercer, high honors. Catherine Garcia. Giovanna Sajbin. Ernest Menifee III. Jackson Abidan Garcia Rometo. Ryan Kurth, honors. Tyree Dayudani, honors. Keyoko Mathieu. Myra Medina. Veronica Vianney Castro Gonzalez. Sylvia Contreras Azua. Gabriela Bonilla. Alicia Watts, honors. Adriana Perez Primus. Jocelyn Escobar Roman. Jimena Escobar de Leon. Alexis Ayala. Lauren Meekins. Francesca Price. Melissa Gonzalez. Jonathan Navarrete Harris. Cheyenne Gamboa. Angela Ortiz. Annalisa Gonzalez. Tamitra Alamanza. Adrian Nicole Radford. Crystal Johnson, highest honors. Destiny Denise Davis. Anayi Villaseca, honors. Elijah M. Santiago. And Jonay West.
Let me say business.
Natalia Lopez. Miriam Sanchez. Esmeralda Solis.
Gentel Johnson, business.
Tabitha Hamilton.
Emma Ferraro, high honors. Zerai Celadon, high honors. Alyssa Hercules. Jacqueline Vargas, honors. Ariana Livette Townsend. Tarshima Wynette Lewis. Kyle Taylor. Jennifer Brewer Trevino, honors. Natasha Devell, high honors. Christopher Exosi Shafa. Madeline Galicia. Virginia T. Sanchez, high honors. Mujidat Opejin, high honors. Sulaihat Dasola Adebayo. Daniel Gomez. Michelle Hernandez, honors. Sergio Jaimes. Jacqueline Araiza. Liliana Macias. Joselano Monteiro. Julie Ibarra, high honors. Marie Christine Adjo Essie, high honors. Allison Monday. Alice Monday. Brianna Ramirez. Adetutu Oluremi Anuoluwapo Eno Adenusi. Jasmine Ingram. Heaven Ingram. Nadine Buadi. Aubrey Sage. Demetriona Altanique Regina Moore. Andrea Lee. Kenyetta Deshawn West. Emmanuel Jr. Nwai Din Foon Jem, highest honors. Maisha Shante Cooper. Lakesha Shaw. Maya Hamilton, high honors. Jeniche Williams. Latoya Boseman. Cecilia Miranda, highest honors. Irina Kishiktueva.
Brittany Louise Metters, education.
Alea Collins. Heidi Deanne Cruz.
My day and yours too.
Stephanie Eva Pena. Akesia Griffin. Abdullah Nouri. Tracina Michelle Kelly, honors. Tashana McGee. Tanyi Gwendoline Makndip. Angela Tadamy, highest honors. Latasha Dent. Michaela Smith. Maria Mbui Nchama, honors. Rochelle St. Cyr. Tiffany Renee Gutierrez. Tia Branson. Gian Folgarait, high honors. Jeremy Damian.
But it's worth it.
Trinity Marie Crouch.
Yeah, get to see students graduate. That's what I work for.
Fabian Hernandez. Alan X. Franco. Salman Imran Malik. Shanice Briscoe. DeAndre Redmond. Bria Jackson. Rachel Yvette Puente, honors. Silri Truong. Hannah Looney. Chelsea Arredondo, highest honors. Ana Sofia Monsivais. Jennifer Valencia Mondragon, highest honors. Erica Foster, honors. Sheikh Diallo. Javasha Wainisha Deshawn Ford. Kisa Carrier. Obdulia Fuentes. Curlin Castillo, high honors. Caroline Juliet Aizaga Carillo, highest honors. Midianera Ekoro Abui. Janilda Lembe. Christina Renee Grismore. Tamara Paxton. Maria Soleil Riasco, high honors. Victoria Barrera, honors. Kartasha Scott. Kendallin Thomas. Andrea S. Combs. Sheila Kilaha, highest honors. Cynthia Aguirre. Lisette Andrea Rodriguez Cardenas. Taylor DeBonis. Areli Lozano. Christian Orellana. David Flores. Tanya Garrett. Vianney Angeline Canales. Javon Mackey. Angela Vasquez Molina. Sumaya Abdullah, honors. Lisa Anderson.
And it's payday.
Aderonke Olawunmi Demarine,
Really good.
high honors. Vanessa Guerra Fernandez, highest
You're about
honors.
to be up there in just a minute. They are.
Miriam Guerrero Avendaño, highest honors. Guadalupe Yasmin Rivas. Rua El Hujairi, highest honors.
Because I know they're not going to pronounce
Jorge Luis Montaño Murillo.
Kayla what? Kayla Lopez. Lopez, yes. Kayla Lopez.
Destiny Fogboon, highest honors. Jasmine Nichelle Wilson.
Kayla Lopez. That's my baby. Her name. Oh, that-
Andrel Adams, honors. Elijah Foster.
I got Nancy's.
Patience Sugira Mohoza. Milton Paulo Malonda Ngoma. Vergie Terrell.
Nancy Avila. Avila. Sorry. Oh, look at here. What you hide your card for?
Mary Jawad Kadim.
Kuye. Oh, I love that. Kuye.
Kalina Diane Keita.
Adele Kumbi. Adele Kumbi. Yes. Kuye.
Jadrian Combs. Lorena Garcia.
Kuya Adikumbi.
Katrina Jones. Asael Marchand. Michelle Olalde Serda. Kia Bowser.
1 year and go to graduate school. Look what happened.
Mehar Muyez Vohra. Honors.
Wow.
Alea Washington.
Wow, that's great. Congratulations.
Dana Basher. Honors.
Keys in your hand, you ready to go that quick?
Darylyn Butler. Jesus Sway.
Oh, Brianna. Oh, I thought it was Brianna. Shania.
Maria Andrea Criollo Perdomo.
Oh, I'm all in the way.
Denise LaShawn Butler.
And you don't give it to her. Brianna Shania.
Joshua Omosa. High honors.
She wanted me to call her. Brianna Shania Moore. Terry Thomas.
Lakita Franchelle Stewart Jackson. Highest honors. To Hai Win. Miralis Valentina Tineo Carvajal. Honors. Manuel Gancedo. Samantha Pena. Sarah Akadek. Honors. Patrick Xavier Clark.
You did all the hard work. Don't sweat it down.
Lisbeth Perez.
This is just
Honors.
a formality.
Leanne Joyce Cordova. Alexandra A. Medrano.
Sound well.
Kayla Chantel Simmons.
My government name is Dr. Samuel J.
Selena Salazar. High honors. Darlene Johnson. Honors.
No, I had to start.
Daniela Infant Alanis. Amaya Williams. Mary Oyenbuenosa Erinfolami. Highest honors. Christina Malvo. Honors. Karen Michelle Grady. Lucretia Pennywell. Martina Smith. Paris Hightower. Maralise Ngonga Andeme Ibang. Leonardo Yap, honors. Kristen Randon. Monica Monique Smith.
Blaine Hamilton.
Amiria Hamilton. Brendy Saldivar Bonilla. Susan Burns Gutierrez. Lynette Martinez Pena. Danica Jazare Goodwin.
Tierra Kaysen.
Ishua Ewoma Oa. Thiziri Buranan, high honors. Sadaf Erfan, high honors. Jarrett Sanchez, highest honors. Deborah Asís Pinto Sobrino, highest honors. Jessica Escobar, high honors. Bolanle H. Adayemi. Jasma Flowers. Ophelia Barnes, highest honors. Jameek Ross, honors. Shaniel Johnson, high honors. Shaniel Johnson, honors. Antoinette Watkins. Erviona Harris. Sheena Battles.
Alicia White.
Claudius Michelle Parada Pizarro, high honors. Milagros Mahluf Martinez. Heshael Mahluf Martinez. Nurbanu Amanullah. Shelby Porter, honors. Croy Cornelius Bennett. Jennifer Ochoa. Joanne Hernandez. Jane Ewell. Lovelyn Roberts. Daniel Briscoe. Maisha Tompkins. Jonathan Villa. Ernesto Anthony Duenas. Rafaela Couto Dunigan. Ricardo de Castro Madruga Filho, High Honors. Leslie Cosme. Diani Armijo Senate, High Honors. Vanessa Lopez. Magdalene Garcia. Vincent Quaranta Jr., High Honors. Nedra Alex.
Miss Ronald's here, right there. That's Miss Ronald's, yeah.
Bonnie Beth Coleman. Caitlin Hong.
Sarah Runnels.
Ramsha Sadiq, Honors.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. You're more than welcome.
Betty Butler, Highest Honors.
I'm so happy for y'all.
Laura Rios. Shalise Jackson. Purvi Mehta, High Honors. Janet Cordova. Ayub Chai, High Honors. Martha R. White.
Nakia Villanette Janea White. Nakaya. Oops.
Busalami Popoala, Highest Honors. Adriana Cardona. Courtney Hannon. Lisbeth Robledo, Honors. Caden Hoy Le. Yvonne Wigginton. Darlene Alejandra Paredes. Jocelyn Gamboa. Chamini Lakpriya Amadoru Thupahige. Alana Wiggins.
Ama.
Y'all right? Y'all ready? You got your plans ready.
Agnes Ama, Honors.
I'm so proud of y'all. Congratulations.
Brittany Newhouse, High Honors.
You did it. Oh my goodness, I'm so proud of you. This is one of mine.
Ashton Hernandez.
Yes.
Asha J. Franklin.
You want me to? If you want, I mean, I wanted to come up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Odyssey Brewster.
You want me to say your name, sir?
Leon Spooner.
That's beautiful. Don't give her that yet. I'll call you.
Kenyatta Ramon Charles, Honors. Ivan Fernando Lorenzana Saldivar.
Zoran Hall.
Y'all all right? I got y'all.
Well, all right. Congratulations.
LaShonda Moore. Marissa Smith. Diamond Montano, honors. Taisha Carter. Maria Urquijo Rivera. Latrice Reed, honors. Onyinye Sonia Rodriguez. Ihanomen Florence Paul, highest honors. Tawakalitu Arowolo Onikoyi, high honors. Zoli Barones. Justin Hampton. Cynthia Ortiz. Jacqueline Ortez. Belki De Leon, honors. Jasmine Lizeth Carrillo Mendoza. Itzel Areli Soto, highest honors. Charlene Del Angel, high honors. Alina Altaf Megani, highest honors. Treasure Imani Love. Vinton Terry. Tony Cisan. Dennis Kemano, high honors. Ashley Glass, highest honors. Alicia Bragg, highest honors. Michael Garcia. Zachary Whitehead, highest honors. Andrea Delgado. Sharnika Smith. Cole Lemons, highest honors.
You can turn around and twirl if you want to. Congratulations, y'all.
Lara Marquez Augusto da Costa, highest honors. Daniel Alejandro Esquivel Cordon, highest honors. Paisley Staggers. Aaliyah Lachelle Ledette. Victoria Yvette Lee. Andrea Chavez Rosales, honors. Valerie Teresa Ponce, high honors. Helena Carno. Emily Armas.
Diego Sarmiento.
Roberto Cruz Segund. Emily Jacqueline Leon. Edgar Artiega, honors. Natalie Contreras. Raul Barrientos. Santiago Martin Correa. Maynor Rodas. Shaila Anahi Apolinar, honors. Julissa Pineda. Dennis Addo, high honors. Vicky Melnick. Anisha Williams.
Look at the end of the line.
Oh, I see.
Lacey Guillory.
My little honors baby.
Ya Asantewa Asare Doki.
Congratulations, sis. So proud of you.
Anthony Maravilla Santos. Kui Kwang Lee, highest honors. Kristen Elika Moncherie Harrison.
Got another one and another one. What you got? Okay. This is a good one. You heard this? You like that?
Ronald Davis, honors. Arturo Aguero, highest honors. Anastasia Flowers. Ashley Alfaro, honors. Nayeli Rosa.
I'm so happy for you. Hey, y'all. Congratulations.
Perpetual Ene, high honors. Chinyere Nwago, high honors. Brian Ramirez. Azubike Collins Mbame. Douglas David Blanco Ruiz, honors. Cameron Virgil. Bria Davis.
Congratulations to y'all.
Courtney Windsor. Delia Johanna Rohel Chang. Loretta Enkiruka Odukwe. Yolanda Deloney. Amarachi Egbujor. Antoinette Claiborne Law. Jennifer Anyanwu. Rita Ivy Adote. Key Treen. Alexa Evelyn Aguilar. Rochelle Lynette Tisdale, high honors. Camilla Arsenault.
Where's your card? You got a card or your phone? Get it out. Okay, yeah, get it out. They need that.
Stephanie Serrano. Jessica Smith Dawson. Sidaline Prosper, honors. Nancy Kanana Nyabuto. Shervin Tavakoli, honors. Dunya Baric, high honors. Ashley Nativi, highest honors. Robert Lee King, honors. John Henry Starks III. Ayodele Shokoya. Deborah Ann Jones.
Let's hear it for our oldest graduate, 77-year-old Rebecca Mulder.
Mahesh Bania.
Karina Barrera.
Pamela Short. Adonis Sanchez. Eric
yet.
Estrada.
Not yet.
Israel Hernandez. Margaret Ann Turner Ryan.
That's a wrap.
Howdy, everyone. I'm Dr. Norma Perez, and I am the HCC Senior Vice Chancellor for Instruction, Student Services, and your Chief Academic Officer. Congratulations, candidates. All of us at Houston Community College, your teachers, your advisors, college staff, the administration, and the Board of Trustees are proud of you. Today, we honor you. Trustees, I now present the candidates for Associate of Arts, Associate of Science in Teaching, Associate of Science in Engineering Science, Associate of Applied Science, and all other certificates. Candidates, please rise. Board of Trustees, honored guests, family and friends, on behalf of the faculty of Houston Community College, I present to you these candidates for associate degrees and certificates. I certify that those candidates who have completed all of their academic requirements are entitled to receive their respective degrees.
Students, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Houston Community College, I hereby confer upon each of you the Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, Associate of Arts in Teaching, Associate of Science in Engineering Science, and Associate of Applied Science, and all other certificates, respectively, along with all the rights, honors, and privileges pertaining thereto. We now publicly signify your transition from being a candidate to becoming a graduate by asking you to move your tassel from the right side to the left side of your cap. Congratulations to the Houston Community College Fall Class of 2024. Thank you. Please be seated.
I want to thank Dr. Ford Fisher, Dr. Cynthia Linton Gary, and the entire Houston Community College Board of Trustees, the HCC faculty, staff, and administration. Congratulations, graduates. I wish you the best of luck as you move forward on your future goals. Now, at this time, please stand and let us sing the Houston Community College alma mater, Always Grateful, words and music written by Dr. Aubrey S. Tucker. You can find the words to the song on page 40 of the printed program. The members of the audience are asked to please remain seated until the platform party and all the graduates have exited the arena. Graduates, please do not leave until the platform party and faculty have left first. Also, don't forget to pick up your alumni t-shirt. This concludes the 2024 Houston Community College Fall Commencement Ceremony. Congratulations.
you.